Hello everyone, and welcome to a brand new episode on this channel. I'm really glad you're here today. This is a space where you can slow down, listen carefully, and explore ideas in English in a natural and comfortable way. You don't need to understand every word, just follow the general meaning. Relax and allow your mind to absorb the rhythm and structure of the language. Before we begin, let me tell you what today's episode is about and how it will be structured. In this episode, we are going to talk about time, not just as something we measure with clocks, but as something we experience psychologically and emotionally. First, we will explore why time feels fast sometimes and slow at other moments. Then, we will discuss how modern life changes our perception of time. After that, we will talk about the relationship between time and happiness. We will also examine the idea of being busy versus being productive. Finally, we will reflect on how to build a healthier relationship with time and live more consciously. At the end, I will summarize the key ideas and say goodbye. Now, let's begin. Time is one of the most mysterious aspects of human life. We all have the same 24 hours in a day, yet our experience of those hours can be completely different. 1 hour can feel like 5 minutes, and 5 minutes can feel like 1 hour. This shows that time is not only a physical reality, but also a psychological one. Think about childhood. Many people say that when they were children, summers felt endless. A single day could feel long and full of adventure. But as adults, weeks and even years seem to pass quickly. Why does this happen? One explanation is novelty. When we are children, everything is new. The brain pays close attention to new experiences. Because the brain processes more information, time feels longer. As adults, we repeat similar routines. The brain becomes efficient and stops paying attention to familiar details. As a result, time feels faster. Routine creates stability, but it can also create the illusion that life is speeding up. When days look similar, they blend together in memory. This is why creating new experiences can make life feel richer and longer. Traveling to a new place, learning a new skill, or meeting new people can slow down our perception of time. Now, let's talk about modern life. Today, many people live in a constant state of urgency. Notifications, deadlines, messages, and responsibilities create the feeling that there is never enough time. Even during rest, people often feel guilty for not being productive. The phrase, "I don't have time," has become very common. But often, the problem is not lack of time, but lack of attention. We spend hours scrolling on our phones without noticing how quickly time passes. Digital platforms are designed to capture and hold our attention. They compress time by keeping us constantly stimulated. When attention is fragmented, time feels chaotic. You start one task, then check your phone, then respond to a message, then return to the task. This switching reduces focus and increases stress. At the end of the day, you may feel busy, but not satisfied. This brings us to an important distinction. Being busy is not the same as being productive. Busyness is often reactive. You respond to demands and external pressures. Productivity, on the other hand, is intentional. It means choosing what truly matters and focusing on it. Many people fill their schedules completely. They move from one activity to another without pause. However, constant activity does not guarantee meaningful progress. Sometimes, slowing down and thinking deeply for 1 hour is more valuable than rushing through many tasks. Now, let's explore the relationship between time and happiness. Research shows that people who feel in control of their time tend to feel happier. This does not necessarily mean they have more free time. It means they feel that their time reflects their values. For example, if spending time with family is important to you, but you never have time for them, you may feel unhappy. The problem is not only the lack of time, but the mismatch between values and actions. Time also shapes our memories. Often, we remember experiences more than possessions. A meaningful conversation, a quiet evening walk, or a shared laugh may stay in memory longer than buying something new. Investing time in meaningful experiences creates emotional richness. Another important idea is the difference between clock time and live time. Clock time is objective. It moves at the same speed for everyone. Lived time is subjective. It depends on attention, emotion, and awareness. When you are fully present in a moment, time can feel deeper and more intense. This is sometimes called flow. Flow happens when you are completely engaged in an activity that challenges you but does not overwhelm you. In flow, hours can pass without you noticing. On the other hand, when you are bored or anxious, time can feel slow and uncomfortable. This shows that our mental state directly influences our perception of time. So how can we build a healthier relationship with time? First, practice presence. When you are doing something, try to do only that one thing. If you are eating, focus on eating. If you are listening, focus on listening. Reducing multitasking improves both efficiency and satisfaction. Second, create space between activities. Even short pauses help the mind reset. Instead of moving immediately from one task to another, take a few minutes to breathe or reflect. Third, define priorities clearly. Ask yourself what truly matters in the long term. Time invested in important areas feels meaningful, even if it is challenging. Fourth, accept limitations. No one can do everything. Trying to control every minute creates stress. Learning to say no protects your time and energy. Another powerful strategy is reflection. At the end of the day, ask yourself how you spent your time. Did your actions match your intentions? This awareness gradually improves decision-making. It is also helpful to remember that time is finite. This fact can feel uncomfortable, but it also gives life value. Because time is limited, choices matter. Recognizing this can motivate you to focus on what is meaningful instead of what is urgent. In many cultures, speed is associated with success, fast growth, fast results, fast communication. But not everything valuable grows quickly. Relationships, skills, and wisdom require patience. Slowness is not weakness. Sometimes it is depth. Nature teaches us this lesson. Trees grow slowly. Seasons change gradually. There is rhythm and balance. Human life can also benefit from respecting natural rhythms instead of constant acceleration. Let's also talk about rest. Rest is not wasted time. It is necessary for creativity, mental clarity, and emotional stability. Without rest, productivity decreases. True efficiency includes recovery. Many people feel uncomfortable resting because they measure their value by productivity. But human worth is not equal to output. Allowing yourself to rest improves long-term performance and well-being. Finally, time connects past, present, and future. Reflecting on the past gives wisdom. Living in the present gives depth. Planning for the future gives direction. A balanced life includes all three perspectives. Now let's summarize today's episode. We talked about the psychological nature of time and why it feels different at different stages of life. We discussed how novelty and routine influence our perception of time. We explored modern distractions and the difference between busyness and productivity. We examined the connection between time and happiness, presence, and memory. We shared practical strategies for building a healthier relationship with time, including focus, rest, reflection, and prioritization. Finally, we reflected on the importance of living consciously in a world that constantly Thank you very much for listening to this episode. I hope it gave you new perspectives on how you experience time and how you choose to spend it. Remember, you may not control how fast time moves, but you can influence how deeply you live it. Take care, stay present, and I will see you in the next episode. Goodbye.